Do we lie to our children when we tell them fairy tales, parents may ask? Indeed not. The Catholic Church is full of mystery and miracles, those supernatural occurrences in time that display the power of God for eternity. Incorruptibility is one of those miracles. Howdy, and welcome to America Needs Fatima. My name is Adrian Fonseca, and before we get going, make sure to hit subscribe and click the notification bell to never miss out on another story of Mary. And if you want to experience the power of daily Mass offered in your name, click the link in the description box down below and stay tuned to learn about our Child of Mary program. No fairy tale matches what, in reality, God can do and will do for those who trust his power. Fairy tales are simply a way of whetting the appetite of children for the marvelous, wonder-filled world of God's miracles, and finally, heaven. Take, for example, this photo of the incorrupt Saint Bernadette Soubirous, who saw the Blessed Mother 18 times in Lourdes, France in 1858. Now, it seems rather ironic that the messenger of Our Lady at Lourdes, a place of healing for so many, should be burdened by illness throughout her life. As a matter of fact, in a vision, Our Lady said to Saint Bernadette, "I cannot promise you happiness in this life, only in the next." Bernadette's short life would prove the truth of Our Lady's promise. When entering the convent of the Sisters of Nevers, Bernadette lived in fidelity to her vows, pure, simple, true, and a lover of her daily cross. Her one desire was to be with her Lady, who had appeared to her and sealed her heart for heaven. On Wednesday, April 16, 1879, the illness that plagued Sister Bernadette for years got much worse. Shortly after 11 a.m., she seemed to be almost suffocating and was carried to an armchair, where she sat with her feet on a footstool in front of a blazing fire. She died at about 3:15 in the afternoon. She was 35. Over the course of the next 46 years, St. Bernadette's body was exhumed no less than 3 times. The first time in 1909, then again in 1919, and finally in 1925. At the first exhumation, it was evident that a miracle had occurred. St. Bernadette's skin tone was perfectly natural. Her mouth was open slightly, and it could be seen that the teeth were still in place. Although the rosary in her hand had decayed, showing rust and corrosion in some spots, the virginal hands that still grasp it were perfect. The sisters present thoroughly washed the body and clothed it in a new habit before placing it in an officially sealed double casket. The second exhumation in 1919 showed no further evidence of decomposition. However, her hands and her face had become somewhat discolored due to the well-intended washing given by the nuns 10 years prior. A worker in wax was commissioned to create a light wax mask of St. Bernadette's hands and her face. It was feared that although the body was preserved, the blackish tinge to the face and the sunken eyes and nose would make an unpleasant impression on the public. That brings us to 1946 and the final disturbing of St. Bernadette's resting place. One of the doctors overseeing the final exhumation, Dr. Comte, writes, quote, "From this examination, I conclude that the body of the Venerable Bernadette is intact. The skeleton is complete. The muscles have atrophied but are well preserved. Only the skin, which has shriveled, seems to have suffered from the effects of a damp in the coffin. The body does not seem to have putrefied, nor has any decomposition of the cadaver set in, although this would be expected and normal after such a long period in a vault hollowed out of the earth." End quote. The doctor was especially amazed by the state of preservation of the liver. Quote, "What struck me during the examination, of course, was the totally unexpected state of the liver after 46 years. One would have thought that this organ, which is basically soft and inclined to crumble, would have decomposed very rapidly or would have hardened to a chalky consistency. yet it was soft and almost normal in consistency. I pointed this out to those present, remarking that this did not seem to be a natural phenomenon." End quote. Now, speaking of miraculous events, I want to tell you about an incredible opportunity. Just as Saint Bernadette dedicated her life to Our Lady, you too can deepen your devotion through our Child of Mary program. When you join, you'll receive 4 amazing gifts: a subscription to Crusade magazine, a beautiful Marian pin, and most importantly, a traditional Catholic Mass offered for your intentions every single day. Click the link in the description box down below, or you can click right here to become a Child of Mary today. She now reposes, enshrined in a crystal urn in the chapel of St. Gildard Nevers, France, a true sleeping beauty, stung by the curse of death, but peacefully awaiting the return of her divine bridegroom. This is the face that was lifted 18 times to the Lady of Lourdes, the very same hands that fingered her rosary during the apparitions, and the fingers that scratched the earth in obedience to Our Lady's request and made the miraculous spring appear. It seems only right that our Lord would preserve perfectly those ears which heard the message of Lourdes, and the lips which repeated the Lady's name to Father Paramal. I am the Immaculate Conception. So no, fairy tales don't lie. In fact, they pale in comparison to the real miracles God works through his saints. Let Saint Bernadette's incorrupt body remind us of Our Lady's promise at Fatima, that in the end, her immaculate heart will triumph. That's all for today. Thank you for joining me. May God bless you, and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you.
Thanks for watching. I don't know if you've noticed, but we actually don't run ads on this channel. We don't want you to be bombarded with distractions while trying to learn about Our Lady. And because we don't make money from ads, we rely completely on our Child of Mary members to help us to spread the Fatima message all across YouTube. And if you want to help us and receive these spiritual gifts in return, then all you have to do is to click the link in the description box down below to become a Child of Mary. Once you click that link and become a Child of Mary, we will send you this beautiful metal lapel pin. You will also be given a subscription to Crusade magazine, and my favorite, you will have a daily Catholic Mass prayed in your name and for your intentions. And you will also receive this incredible ebook. So, don't wait. Become a Child of Mary today to receive your spiritual gifts and to help us spread devotion to Our Lady all across YouTube. Just click the link in the description to become a Child of Mary. God love you.